Hi, I'm Ian Cluft. I live in Portland, Oregon. I rode my bicycle at the Portland Sunday Parkways event on July 27, 2025. To show what it was like to be there, I recorded this video from a camera on my handlebar. It runs at 5 times speed. Some streets were closed by the city to make a walking and biking route for a few hours. They have these occasionally at different locations around the city. This time it was in East Portland. The 5 times speed makes it look quite fast. On some streets with no obstructions I did move pretty well for a bicycle, but lots of times things slowed down around other riders and pedestrians. That's just how this event was. Around lots of people, just expect you'll have to slow down to keep safe. There were volunteers at every turn giving directions, as well as helping local residents in and out. In a few places, the route crossed a street with traffic. Crossing guards helped at traffic signals like this one at Northeast Gleason Street. Sometimes you can hear me talking. Often I was thanking the volunteers. This was interesting. Through a couple small roundabouts. Then we went through some more neighborhood roads until we got to East Burnside Street. This is where the Portland Max Blue Line trains cross in the median of Burnside. Observing the traffic signals will keep safe from trains, but always check both ways anyway before crossing a railroad. Ha! That's my electronic horn on my bike. Just like all the booths you saw at the start point at Gateway Discovery Park, there were more at some stops along the way, like here at Ventura Park. I rode through just taking video on the outbound leg, but afterward I stopped to check out any interesting booths on the way back. And the crossing guards let me through quickly at Southeast Stark Street. And we all had to slow down occasionally at some spots like this. In this stretch you might notice some uphills and downhills. The topography of East Portland is hilly. It's shaped by some scattered cinder cone volcanoes, and also Columbia River Ice Age glacial fluid deposits. This probably looks strange. The route turned onto Southeast Main Street. This is obviously not the main street of Portland. Streets on the east side pick up names that line up with streets at the Willamette River. This one lines up with Main Street way over there. No big deal, nothing to see here. Move along. The crossing guards got me quickly across Southeast 122nd Avenue. It helped to arrive at the green light. At times we encounter small children riding completely oblivious to their surroundings. They're too young to know better. It happens. So the only thing to do is slow down and wait for a safe chance to pass. This one seemed to be thoroughly enjoying the ride. Now we're approaching another group of vendor and community booths at Lincoln Park. Last year this was the eastern end point of the route, but this time it continued through here to show off the newly rebuilt Parklane Park. The route that the city picked for Sunday Parkways follows neighborhood greenways. These are low-traffic streets maintained to prioritize pedestrian and bicycle access, though that means you'll encounter a lot of speed bumps meant to slow down cars. And we're back on another segment of Southeast Main Street again. Occasionally you'll hear my bike bell along the ride. Cyclists should use a bell to let people ahead know that you're there. It's better than startling them as you pass by. Or worse, you don't want them to turn into your path because they didn't hear you coming. Now stopping for a red light, and then crossing guards help everyone cross Southeast 148th Avenue. Now we're approaching the end of the route at Parklane Park. This is a newly rebuilt and expanded park that reopened in the spring. It's a chance for the city to show off the completed work, and it certainly does look like a nice place. Here's another look at the newly rebuilt Parklane Park from the path in the park. Gotta expect kids crossing at the playgrounds. And here we are at the end of the ride. I hope you enjoyed it. After I took this video, I went back to check out the booths at the stops along the way.